Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over how to take notes on the textbook. So I'm going to go ahead and use 1.6 developments in Europe as the example. You would probably start out with developments in Asia, but this is just going to go over how we would take notes using the outline I provided for you. So as we can see, the outline is right here. We have the link to the textbook. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to this page. Now you have to click on the chapter that you're doing. So he has a 1.1 and 1.2 together. So just go ahead and click on that. Click open, and it should open up in a new tab. So it should look like this. That's what you should get. I'm going to go ahead and do Europe. That's where I am. And if we see it starts with the essential question. We'll get to that later. But right here, if we look at our outline, we see it starts with important vocabulary terms. So what I like to do is that as I go along, I like to define the vocab. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little section with you guys, and then we'll see how it goes. So if we start, I like reading this paragraph just to kind of give me a little bit of context, but you don't have to read it. It's not very necessary. As soon as they start putting the headings, which is what you should be doing, that's when we should start paying attention. So we see the first heading is feudalism, political and social systems. And then right here we see that again, and it says right here, give a brief summary of this section. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it, and I see there is a bolded word, feudalism. That's one of my vocab words. So I'm just going to go ahead and define it right here. So feudalism is, it says right here, decentralized political organization based on a system of exchanges of land for loyalty. So that's what feudalism is. And I like bolding my terms just because it makes it easier to stand out. So we know what feudalism is. I'm going to go ahead and give a brief summary of this section right here. So it's saying that this is what ruled Europe in the Middle Ages. Because of a lack of strong central government. And I like to use abbreviations, so I do government as abbreviation. And I'm just going to go ahead and bold this as well. Maybe underline it because it's a heading. And it says it includes kings and then lords. Then this is easier if you draw it, honestly. Knights. But if you like taking notes on the computer, this is how we gotta do it. So this is the structure that it uses. And if you want to go ahead and space this out into bullets, that's totally fine. Let's see. If we keep going, the section continues. So provided some security for peasants. We have code of chivalry for knights. And I've already read this, so I kind of know what to do, but you should probably read it once, and then second time you read it, start writing your notes. It says women did not have many rights under this system. Nice use of spell check right there. Okay, so we're done with this section. I like leaving some space so that it doesn't look too crowded. And then let's go ahead and do the manorial system. So manorial system says give brief summary. So I'm going to say used manors, which are estates. And manors is one of my vocab words. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that and bold that. And this is going to provide self-sufficiency and defense. And I've got a manor is one of my vocabs, so I'm going to go ahead and define that right here. Manors were large fiefs or estates. And this just means like pieces of land. Go ahead and bold it. And then manorial system, that's also one of my vocab words. So manorial system right here next to it says provided economic self-sufficiency and defense. I can put that as my definition, but that doesn't really tell me what it does. If we keep reading, it says the manor produced everything that people living on it required, limiting the need for trade or contact with others. So I'm going to put that as my definition. I'm going to put where the manor produced everything people required. I'm going to put limiting need for trade and outside contact. And if you can see, I like abbreviating because I think it just makes it easier to understand. I'm going to go ahead and bold it. All right, so we got the manorial system, got the manor. Manorial system is a vocab word, so I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it. Feudalism is also a vocab word, so highlighting that. Let's see, what else did the manorial system have? Villages included a church. Okay, we got another vocab word to define here, serfs. So serfs were not slaves, but they were peasants that were tied to the land. So they couldn't leave without their lord's permission, and they couldn't marry without their lord's permission. So it's a little bit of a gray area. So I'm going to say serfs. It says here serfs worked the land what else to say here? Oh, they also used the three-field system. Used the three-field system. And that is another one of our vocab words. I like bolding and highlighting. So let's go ahead and define that. Three-field system. Right here. It says system in which crops were rotated through three fields. And it gives us like a kind of an explanation of which crops were rotated, but we don't really need to know specifics, but we just need to know what the word is. also gives us that they had some technological advances. So I'm going to write that too. Technological advances, like plows and windmills. Okay, let me put a space so that it's not too crowded. So we hit this heading, so I'm going to go ahead and stop because I think that's enough. So we just defined, oh, hold on, I don't want to highlight this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vocab words in like the first 2 paragraphs, and then we went ahead and kind of summarized briefly these paragraphs from feudalism to here, and then this paragraph about the manorial system. So pretty easy, not that hard. All right, so for those of you that like taking notes by hand, I actually did take these notes by hand. So I took a video of me doing that. Don't know if I'm going to post it, but this is what it kind of looks like. And if you take the notes by hand, it actually leaves you a bit more room to go ahead and draw pictures and visuals. Like, let me see right here. So I drew a little cycle of the 3-field system. And then when we get to defining feudalism, I'm going to go ahead and put a little pyramid of the social structure with the kings on top, and then the lords, and then the knights, and then the peasants. So depends on how you want to take notes. Whatever works for you. I'm just showing you 2 ways that you can do it.